What's up, guys? This is Rich coming at you with another Transformers review. This is the Transformers Generations IDW inspired Trailcutter figure. And there he is. And when you get him out of the box, he comes packaged in robot mode. So for the sake of the review, he is in vehicle mode, as you can see here. He also comes with his Spotlight comic, which is right there. The Trailcutter Spotlight comic. All of the Generation Wave of 4 that are currently out, the Megatron, Orion Pax, Bumblebee, and Trailcutter, they all have a Spotlight figure, comic, excuse me. And yeah, it's pretty fun. It's a cool read. You know, it's nice that it comes with it. But we are here for this figure and getting a look at him here. Yeah, he's got, I mean, black paint. Yeah, he is G1 Trailbreaker. For those who remember G1, so the color scheme is very much an homage to the G1 Transformer. You got a nice Autobot logo there on the hood of the car. He's got, as far as paint apps go, he's got some silver on the grill, some gold picked out for the headlights, you know, silver up top here on the shield generator and these guns. He's got his stripes here. Well, couldn't be Trailcutter or Trailbreaker without him. Nothing on the back, just plain black. None of the taillights are picked out. Yeah, so nothing too incredible paint app wise, but it's Trailbreaker, so it makes sense. I mean, this is pretty much what we got with G1. The one complaint I will levy against this figure, but I guess it's more of a complaint to Hasbro than the figure itself, is that this guy is tiny in vehicle mode. You know, for a truck, he is tiny, and you know, comparison-wise, I mean, here he is. Here's Orion Pax from the same wave, and you'll notice that both of these guys are really, really tiny compared to previous installments of Deluxe figures. But this is kind of what we're getting these days. You know, there they are. You know, Pax is a bit longer, Trailcutter bulkier. But what Trailcutter does do is he gets a decent Deluxe size. Still smaller than, you know, the generations previously, like Jazz or whatnot. But he does get bigger. And just another comparison, I guess, here he is with Megatron of the same wave, his wave mate Megatron. So you can see them there. So yeah, but enough of that. Let's get to transformation. So the first thing you want to do, this back piece, this canopy piece here, you are going to remove it. That will become his weapon, or shield, or whatever. But we're going to talk about this in a bit, and I will drop my camera because that's how I roll. So you're going to come up here. You're going to come under here. We're going to start with the legs. Fairly simple transformation. You see the underside here. What we're going to do is you just kind of pull the legs out from the side, rotate them down, and they will tab in. So you're pretty much pushing where the knee is and push it all the way in, and they will tab in. And see if I can get it here. And you're just pushing in, and you'll feel it tab in. It'll make a light click, and it will tab in there securely. Bring down these little feet, and there you have it. There is Trailcutter's feet. So now I'm going to come up here to the arms, and the arms are kind of cool because raise this up a little bit. The arms are cool because they very reminiscent of classics Sunstreaker or Sideswipe, where the arms are attached to the front wheels. What they did that was really cool here is, I don't know if you'll notice it, but there's like two wheel pieces. There's the inner wheel piece, which doesn't move at all. This piece that the gray bit is attached to does not move. And the outer part of the wheel does, so when you're rolling them around, it still looks like the wheel is moving, but to add some stability to the arm, that inner piece of the wheel does not move. And I think that's a really wise decision. But, having said that, you're going to come in here and pretty much just loosen them up. They do tab together. There's a tab on this arm, there's a slot on this arm, and they do tab together. So you rotate them all the way around. So you get that part done. Now you're going to come up here. Now the hood section here, you can pop it down. And I don't know why I'm struggling. Yeah, see, pops down, and you rotate the whole bit down. Now there's a tab right here on that piece with the Autobot symbol, and there is a slot in his abdomen. That is where that is going to peg into, and then the whole hood part here just collapses in on itself. I tend to grab it here and just give it a good push, and it will slot up like so. I get the generator out of the way, the shield generator, for a second. And now, the arms here. Gray bit, you want to rotate the gray bit. This is very hard when you have gymongous fingers, such as I, because it is on a tight swivel. And there's a little notch right here. I don't know how well my camera is going to pick that up. Yeah, there we go. So there's this little gray notch, and there's the the side mirror of his vehicle mode, and these are supposed to tab in. They don't really, but the gray bit is so tight attached to the wheel that it really doesn't affect the posability of the figure. So it doesn't tab in, but it gets the job done. You're going to rotate the arm here down, exposing, make sure this red bit is facing forward. Then you will fold out the hand. There it is. This piece is actually folded out like this. You want to close that panel up, rotate at the bicep, and just straighten it out the arm. That's all you're doing here. So come around to this side. Pretty much going to do the same thing. Rotate it up until the notch lines up with the side mirror. I don't know why I want to call that a windshield. Fold out the hand. Fold up this panel. Rotate around. And then you're going to come up here. There's this little red lip. It gives you just enough of a lip there so you could pop the head up. Pull it forward till it snaps into place. Rotate the head around. If you want, you can point the generators there, and there you have it. He is in his vehicle mode. Whoops. And I have a tendency to do that. So there he is in vehicle mode, and he looks really cool. Really dig the way he came out. Head to toe. Just really well done. So I'm going to zoom in on the head here. My bright light shining in his face. Let's see if we could. There we are. Yeah, silver face. He does have a visor there. There is light piping. If you turn his head sideways, you could probably get some light in there. But because of the generator behind his head, it kind of blocks that. This is his G1 configuration, like Trailbreaker, excuse me, had the generator kind of plug into the back of his head. So you can still give that look, which I think is great that they included it. Coming down to the chest, you see here, he's still got the gold and the silver grill. You know, the red bits in the arm get exposed here. Hands, all the way down. You get some more red in his to break up the black and the gray, which is nice. But it's definitely, it's Trailcutter, it's Trailbreaker, and you know it. Now, for articulation, let's bring this back up here. Head swivels, left and right, no up and down movement. It locks in. It's not on a ball joint. Arms, the shoulders are on a ball joint. They can do a full 360, and as you can see, even though that gray piece technically isn't tabbed in, it doesn't hinder the articulation. He's not flopping around in the arms. He's got bicep swivel, sure. He's got elbow 90 degrees, no wrist rotation. He does go in and out, but that's just more for transformation. Waist, bam, he does have a waist joint. When you get him out of the box, at least on mine, it was really tight, and for some reason, it would only turn this way, and I was afraid of snapping him in half to turn him this way, but I guess, there's, once you loosen him up, he's good to go. Legs, ball joint at the hip. He's got a thigh swivel. He's got 90 degrees on the knee, and he's got, popped him apart. And then he's got his toe can point up and down, or his foot, but not really much. That's just more for transformation. So now let's get to the weapon really quick. Weapon, here it is. You see it's got these pistols up here, or laser pistols, and you could use it as that. What you do is you come under here, you fold that panel out, and it exposes a handle. There it is. Whoops. Alright, like I was saying, you expose the handle here, and you can come over to him and pop the shield into his hand. Fits very tightly, and now you could have him with a gun. Pew, 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 pew. You could have that, or he could use it as a shield, to deflect incoming bullets. After all, he is a shield generator, so ha ha ha, get it. What I like to do personally is I don't really care for him holding the shield. So what I do is I fold this bit up, and there is a a peg right there. And you take this, you fold his generator back, and that exposes a port there, and just slide it in. And I have a thing. I like the over-the-shoulder guns, and you get that with the shield popped onto the back. Now, if you're a G1 stickler, then yes, you'll want to keep that. But you have options, and that's what I love about this guy. He gives you some options. So, quick size comparison. Unfortunately, the only guy I have available right now is Fall of Cybertron Starscream, and there you see them next to each other. Again, these guys scaled down. If I had my other generations figures like Jazz, they're all packed away, but if I had them, you would see that Jazz is probably a tall, like up to here or so. So, it's a smaller wave. It's just what's happening these days with Transformers. But I like them. I like the playability. I like that they're fun. These guys are fun. They're simple to transform. They're not overly complicated. And they're fun. And I think that's the real point. If you're a Transformers fan, you want to have fun transforming your figures. And going back and forth is not a hassle. So, final thoughts on this guy. If you see him, pick him up. He's cool. He's Trailbreaker or Trailcutter, but you get the point. You see this guy, pick him up. Toys R Us, Big Bad Toy Store, I'm sure they have them. So, and that's it. So this is Rich signing off. Hope you enjoyed the video. Please feel free to like, comment, and or subscribe, and I will catch you later with another review.